Welcome, dear listeners, to a world where shadows stretch longer than they should, and the night carries whispers of the unknown. Tonight, we delve into two unsettling true stories that will send chills down your spine. Make sure the lights are on, and prepare to embrace the fear. Our first story takes us to a quiet suburban neighborhood, where the mundane life of a family was shattered by an unseen presence. Meet the Johnsons. They were a typical family, living in their dream home. But soon after they moved in, they began receiving strange letters. Dear new neighbors, I've been watching you. I know your names, and I see your children playing in the yard. The letters continued, each one more unsettling than the last. The mysterious writer claimed to be watching them from the shadows of their own home. At first, they dismissed it as a prank, but as the letters kept arriving, the family's fear grew. They installed cameras, hoping to catch a glimpse of their stalker. One night, while reviewing the footage, they saw something that made their blood run cold. A figure, cloaked in darkness, stood just beyond the tree line, watching their home. They called the police, but the figure vanished before they could arrive. Days turned into weeks, and the letters stopped, but the fear lingered. Then, one fateful night, as they tucked their children into bed, they heard a soft tapping at their window. When they looked outside, they saw nothing. But the next morning, a new letter arrived, this time with a chilling postscript. I'm closer than you think. The Johnsons moved away soon after, leaving behind their dream home, haunted by the knowledge that someone had been watching them all along. As the clock ticks, we move from one unsettling tale to another. Prepare yourself as we dive deeper into the shadows. Our second story takes us down a lonely highway where a young woman named Sarah was driving home late one night after a long shift at work. The road was dark, lit only by her headlights, and the silence was deafening. Suddenly, she spotted a figure standing on the side of the road. It was a man, waving frantically for help. Against her better judgment, Sarah stopped. He climbed into her car, his face pale and eyes wide with fear. Thank you for stopping, he said, his voice trembling. I was in a car accident and I need to get home. As they drove, he began to tell her about the crash. But as he spoke, Sarah noticed something strange. He never mentioned where he lived or how long ago the accident had happened. The atmosphere in the car grew heavy, and an unsettling feeling crept over her. Are you okay? She asked, trying to break the tension. He turned to her, his eyes now dark and hollow. I just want to go home, he whispered. Suddenly, the car's lights flickered, and in that moment, Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. She glanced in the rear-view mirror and gasped. The man was gone, vanished into thin air. But in his place, she saw the reflection of a dark figure standing in the road behind her. Panicking, she slammed on the gas and sped away, her heart racing. As she drove, she could feel the presence of something sinister lurking just behind her. When she finally reached home, she rushed inside, locking the door behind her. Later that night, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. That same figure appeared in her dreams, a constant reminder of the encounter. To this day, Sarah avoids that highway, haunted by the memory of a hitchhiker who may not have been of this world. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the unknown. Remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked.